If you have been watching coding tutorials for months and you still can't build anything on your own, this video is for you. Because the problem is not that you're not smart enough. The problem is that tutorials feels like learning, but you're not actually learning. In this video, I'm going to show you how to actually learn using AI the right way. Not copy pasting, not letting it do everything for you. I'm talking about using AI as a personal tutor that explains things at your level, your pace, and your project. Tutorial hell is when you keep watching course after course, following along step by step, and the second the video stops, your brain goes blank. Let me give you a real example. You decide to learn React. You find a 10 hours course and you start learning. If the instructor types, you type. If he stops, you stop. If he explains a React component, you start copying it character by character. You feel like a genius. And then the course will end, the video will stop, and you will open a blank file and start typing your component, and suddenly it will feel like you never learned anything. That's because you were not actually learning, you were transcripting. There is a massive difference between copying someone's code and understand why that code works. Tutorials trick your brain into thinking you get it because following instructions feels like learning. And today, you have an even bigger problem. The landscape moves so fast. New frameworks, new tools, that by the time you will finish your 40 hours course, half of it will be already outdated. Okay, here is the thing that makes right now completely different from every year before it. Right now, you have an access to the most patient, available, and knowledgeable tutor in the human history. And it's free or nearly free. I'm talking about the AI tools like Claude, ChatGPT, and others. But here is the key. Most beginners are using AI wrong. They write something like, build me a to-do app and copy pasting it without understanding. That's not learning. That's tutorial hell with extra steps. Instead of saying something like, build me a login page, you can say, I want to build a login page. Can you explain to me the concepts I need to understand first, then guide me through the building step by step? This change in how you prompt, it turns AI from a copy pasting machine into a personal coding mentor that adapts to your level. And this is why AI is a game changer, especially for people with jobs. Think about it. Before, you used to have a mentor, a bootcamp, or a 6 months of a free time to learn properly. Right now, you can get the same quality of teaching in 45-minute session after work. AI does not care if it's 11 p.m. It does not even care if you forget everything you learned in the last week. Okay, so using AI to learn sounds great in theory, but how you talk to it make all the difference. Let me show you the three techniques that it changed everything for me. Technique number one, the explain like I'm a 10 years old trick. Whenever you hit a concept that makes your brain melt, APIs, recursion, whatever, just type explain this to me like I'm a 10 years old kid. Watch what happens. Instead of getting a textbook that's full of complex definitions, you'll get something like imagine you're at a restaurant. You give the waiter your order. That's a request. The waiter goes to the kitchen. That's the server. The waiter brings back your food. That's the response. That's basically what an API does. That right there is how you actually understand things, not by memorizing definitions, by connecting new ideas to stuff you already know. And the pro move that you can now level it up and ask it, now explain it to me like I'm a junior developer. Technique 2. The follow ups. This is the secret. Most people ask one thing, get an answer, and move on. That's like reading chapter 1 of every book in the library and finishing none of them. After every AI answer, hit it with one of these. Why does it work that way? What would happen if I changed this part? What's the most common mistake beginners make here? Can you show me a wrong example so I know what not to do? How would a senior developer do this differently? Each one of those peels back another layer. You're not just memorizing syntax, you are building mental models of how code actually thinks. A tutorial will never pause and say, hey, I can tell you're confused. Let me explain it in a different way. But AI will answer your questions every single time without judging you. And that's powerful. Don't take it for granted. Now, technique number 3. Know what not to ask. This is the trap nobody warns about. If you paste your broken code and just grab the fix without reading the explanation, then congratulations. You're right back into tutorial hell. AI version, same cycle, different screen. The rule is simple. Never accept a fix you cannot explain. If AI gives you a solution, ask it to break it down and why. That's the line between using it as a tool and letting it use you as a copy machine. Let's talk real. The number one thing that keeps beginners stuck is this sentence: I will start building once I learn enough. That day never comes ever. And let me be honest with you. Your first project will be bad, like really, really bad. The CSS will be a mess, the code will be ugly, you will look at it a month later and cringe. And that's perfect. That cringe means you grow. Every working developer has a terrible first project. It's not something to avoid. And don't build tutorial projects. Don't build another to-do app just because some course told you to. Build something you actually care about. A tool that tracks your gym workout, a birthday reminder app. When you care about the project, you will push through the hard parts. And if you have a job, this is your superpower. Build something that solves a real problem at your job. Maybe your team wastes time on a manual process that could be automated. Now you are not learning to code. Now you are solving real problems, and your boss, of course, will notice that. Alright, I'm going to leave you with a challenge, and I'm dead serious about this. Here are the rules. Number 1. No more tutorials. 2. Pick one project you actually want to build. 3. Use AI as your tutor, not a coder. 4. Ask at least 5 follow-up questions on every session. And if you are working, I'm not asking you to code 4 hours a day. That's not realistic, and I'm not going to pretend it. Just 30 to 40 minutes a day. Before work, during lunch, whatever works. The consistency matters way more than the length. 30 minutes every day beats 5 hours on a random Saturday. Drop a comment below telling me what you are going to build. Not I'm thinking about building. Tell me what you are building so it's real. And if this video gave you that boost you needed, smash that like button so the algorithm shows this video to the next person who's stuck in tutorial hell. Share it with that friend who's been learning to code for 2 years and still has not built anything. You know who I'm talking about. I will see you in the next video.